Should be going. We should be starting. That looks like we're... Are we going? Are we live? There we go. Give that a quick refresh. And can I just get the pop-out chat window? That would be very helpful. Very helpful indeed. Right. So, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Again, apologies for not being able to stream this on Monday. Monday I was... the heat wave hit me hard. I was... even in my free time I could hardly find the effort to, play games, let alone put myself in the character. But the heat wave has broken, for now at least anyway. And given how late in the evening it is, I doubt it's going to be able to have too much of a chance to heat up again. Also today is going to be a bit of a special day, because it is actually my birthday today. So I decided, what better way to, celebrate than be stupid and do free streams. But the first is just going to be my usual. So, Sorin's Journey, finishing up the Crystal Tower raids, I hope. Then, I'll be finishing this stream up at 11, or before 11, depending on how soon the Crystal Raid, how long this questline takes to finish. Because this episode will just be Crystal Tower. Once I finish that, I will be closing up. Then at midnight, I will be joining Sapphire Gleam again, along with a couple of our friends, to just play through some Borderlands 2, which I am sure will be a lot of fun. And following that, at 4 AM my time, I will be joining Mooney who is a fairly regular commenter here, and actually is also the streamer who kind of inspired me to start doing an RP stream myself. So we will be doing a little bit of collaboration between my character and her character, going through the Palace of the Dead Deep Dungeon. But that's all to come for now. Last we left off Sorin, we had finished the first part of the Crystal Tower, which was the Labyrinth of the Ancients. We cleared out the base of the tower and let Sid and Noah, that's what we're called. Noah, our little group of archaeologists and adventurers and ironworks employees, to get to the base of the Crystal Tower. And then we met a couple of interesting people, Doga and Unei, who originally claimed to be some of the students of Baldesion, but when they opened the door, we found out they were actually clones of Allagan royalty. But regardless of how it happened, they've opened a way into the tower. We've learned that there's also a clone of the old megalomaniacal Emperor of Allagan, who is quite possibly, now that the tower's reactivated and he's been awoken, planning to take over the world or something. Sounded like he needed to be stopped anyway. So, Sorin's next job is to go into the tower's main spire and clear out the tower itself. And hopefully bring an end to all this. Oh, hi Mooney. Pega? Is that a reference to something I'm completely missing? Or... I'm assuming I'm just being dumb here. There's nothing really to waste. Where do I go for a raid? There it is. Circus Tower. Less than 5 minutes. Good old healer queues. I have also done some off-screen stuff with Sorin. Mainly just doing the main story roulette for getting some tombstones, which does mean Sorin does have his augmented robe and boots, so his gear is a little bit better than it was last time. less than 5 minutes. I'm cautious that there's not particularly much time to do anything else. Maybe just do some fates around, see if I can't earn a few more company seals. Hello there, Wilgie. I need a wheel here. Oh, level sync is also a good idea. So I was tempted to try and go into the Alliance raids as well, because those are currently the only 2 roulettes I have that offer tombstones as a reward. But I think there was a risk of then queuing into Circus Tower and accidentally progressing the quest while I was off stream. What's something else Sorin has done for the first time, just off stream, because I'm interested in some of the reward. There we go. Sorry, Wilgie. I don't think we're finishing this fight. Well, the one shoots. Yep. The 1Q where being healer doesn't help me particularly much. Well, I finish the fate before the Q finishes. I might actually. Yep. Never mind. That one tank has given us an extra 250. Oh, never mind. We've just having to re-queue again. Hopefully that won't take too long. So, it's like this, I'm not quite sure if I should try and start something else, or just walk around and wait a little. Because they tend to be short enough that there's not really time to do much. I don't think I have time to get over there before it really is going to be finished up. Someone's progressing through it anyway. Something to look at while we wait for the queue. That one missing tank. Hello there, friends. I need to Maggie. There we go. You okay there, friend? You probably don't need my healing, to be fair. Oh yeah, I would have had time to start something else. Oh, never mind. That's fine, because I still know I need to go and unlock all the hard mode trials for Ifrit, Gruda, and Titan at some point. And I'm not quite sure if that's... I'm not quite sure where exactly to fit that in the stream, story-wise. Here we go. Into the tower itself. Seems not as immediately dangerous as the labyrinth, anyway. But if what was in the labyrinth was anything to go by, there'll be people here to try and stop us. It is hard sometimes to take cutscenes seriously when you have people with what looks like a wedding dress and a Moogle head. Here we go. I found somebody else. Do that before I forget. Who's our tank? There you are. Probably don't need to be able to handle that here, I think. There's another shinobi in here somewhere. Oh, never mind, not anymore. Okay. First level clear. On to the next. Skill. Right, one of the bosses whose mechanics I still don't quite know. I just know that there are kind of mechanics, I think. And I think I know how to do them. Let's go. Cool. This bit. This bit, I know you're supposed to lead the orbs to the pillars, but I don't actually know what happens if you don't. I don't know what they prevent, or if they do, if it does, actually does something. I think this is one of those ones where my healing is a bit unnecessary. That mechanic I know, it will use fireballs to unfreeze people. And then you can stand in the ice to avoid taking taking damage from it's Ancient Flare, it's called. Yeah, probably. Oh, a little samurai trying to search. How's the visit? Second level clear. On to the verge. Loot. Level 100. That helm of healing is a bit better than what I currently have, so I might as well go for it. Oof. So when it comes to loot, like dungeon, raid loot, Circus, the stuff you get from Circus Tower is some of my least favourite gear in terms of how it looks. Anything dragon? Whoa, tank, you're taking damage quickly. Lopium. Get rid of that poison. Okay, you're fine. Oh, close. I guess if anything, just it doesn't. It proves I was right about cloning, I guess, but I'm wondering if we should be able to trust them if there's other clones of them that are fighting us. Anyway, on to the next room. Ever higher. I'd never noticed that. Was that a lake down there? I think we're too up to see it now. Hello, Glasslick, bless you. Everyone seems to be doing okay. It's another mechanic that I don't actually know what it does. And my experience, people tend to ignore the clockwork rites. I can see that samurai there is trapped. I'm guessing destroying the clockwork rite helps it in this case. So does just winning the fight. Ready for another level. There's gloves of healing. Oh, it's down a particularly fast one. Sorin is not a tank. And I don't know if he'll ever be a tank. I've very possibly considered Sorin might take a shift to Gunbreaker in Shadowbringers. I have not decided on who. I wasn't watching that. Not what I'm done. I'm still alive. More or less unharmed. Any flow stats? Roasted. Here we go. I got the helm. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that off. Wait. This is the one they said invented the cloning technology. Is this... I guess it would make sense if he tried to clone himself as well. He's not exactly the scientist that I was imagining. That's something I actually didn't realise until going through this again with Sorin, is I completely forgot Ammon's involvement in kind of the whole cloning technology thing. So, that's the ice. Not doing the curtain call yet. There we go. I'll hide behind this one. Beware, just danger approaches. First bit of maiming, click on Sabaton's and Allagan Catalyst, which I'll agree, why not? I don't think it'll ever be helpful to me. I have far too many on my main account, and I have never used them. Oh. Hello, Xande. Can't think who else it might be. You fight valiantly, mortals, but to no avail. Absolute darkness draws nigh. Soon it will be unleashed and... what was that? Okay. Yeah, yes, move immediately. Solaria. Okay. Hello. Missed the entire first 55 clips, that's okay. I only just now noticed our upper healer has weakness. That must have happened in the Ammon fight. So, looking at the time of that debuff. Now what? I just noticed a Tattered cosplayer is actually named, character is named Tattered. Go. Leave. April. Yeah. Was the fight harder before? Like, is this... Are you talking about, like, patches that kind of happened before I started playing? Because I know there was a few changes made to... I remember it was relatively recently that when he does the Imperium attack, those change to their stack markers now. The sound of 3 simultaneous stack markers is somewhat intimidating. I guess there's no problem. Let me just use all my overflow stacks on extra DPS. There we go. Life is a circus. Is that the Emperor dead? Looks like it. So that's... He was supposed to be like the biggest, scariest thing in the castle, right? Castle, tower. According to Doga and Unei, he was the biggest problem anyway. So that means... That's the Crystal Tower secure. Oh, good. No, that's not helpful. That's not helpful. That's I've already got. Oh, never mind. Didn't need to roll for that one. Let's get me in on your knight. Circus Tower just doesn't sound cool. Yeah, it is a bit. So, were all Allagans that bit, that looks like a problem. Sorin! You did it! You defeated Emperor Xande! Empires may rise and fall, but man's indefatigable spirit ever lives on. Truly, you are the champion we had hoped for, Sorin Sherwood. With Emperor Xande now at eternal rest, his dark legacy may be undone. Just curious about the floating darkness thing. What are you playing at now, Nero? In case you hadn't noticed, Garland, these are dangerous surrounds. Can a man be faulted for exercising due caution? That's what I missed. Oh, right. Circuit. So how would you pronounce it then? At any rate, you needn't mind me. I'm perfectly capable of looking after myself. Go on and finish what you came to do. There are 2 ways that we may seal off Circus Tower. Either isolate it from the outside world, or cripple its ability to produce energy. The choice of method is yours to make. Before you proceed, however, Doga and I must needs attend to a task. Oh, so you have noticed the weird thing that's floating. That distortion. What is it? The power that Xande sought to obtain comes from the void, the world of darkness our people call it. And the true nature of that power is none other than the armies of Voidsent. Voidsent feed on Aether, as you may already know, and no plane is richer in it than ours. I actually understand the reasoning why that's the case now that I've played through a bit of Shadowbringers. Circus. Ah, Circus. Yeah, I suppose that. Yeah. Is there an official pronunciation? Like, is there ever a voiced line that refers to Circus Tower? In exchange for their allegiance, Xande entered into an unholy covenant. He would open a gate through which the Voidsent could freely enter our world. The covenant, I'm afraid to say, is still in effect. However, being of the Emperor's lineage, Unei and I believe that we can annul it. By his blood Xande sealed his dark pact. By our blood it shall be undone. It is time. Yes, Doga. Finally, we may fulfill our purpose. You okay there, Nero? Oh. Hello, Nero. I'm not sure if the achievement, because there's a lot of honey achievements that some of them more questionable than others. So I'm not. It's not the kind of thing that I would take as defining how something finishes. How something is pronounced. Oh, be still, my beating heart. For a moment I feared that this outing would end in disappointment, but my readings were not mistaken. Not even the ultimate weapon compares to this. What are you going on about? How do we go about closing this then? The covenant is everlasting. That looks like a problem. More wounds? Like the ones I fought earlier. Everyone else is already lit. Not a good time. And so Mercidia is brought into the fold. Soon all the world shall be united under Allagan rule. And yet, with every dream that becomes reality, the memory of death grows ever more vivid. An endless void, bereft of light and warmth. Though I may have defeated death, it did not leave me unscathed. Nay, its ravening claws have scarred my soul for eternity. Never shall I know peace. Beings without will, you cannot fathom my rage, my melancholy, my fear. What worth is wealth and power when all must inevitably be consigned to nothingness? If man has nothing, he need not know the pain of loss. So let there be nothing. Harvest more power, that the gate may be thrown full open. Let the cloud of darkness come and engulf the world, devouring all life, hopes and dreams. Let all be returned to nothingness. Okay. Emperor Xande was a bit more than a megalomaniac. Sorin, pull yourself together. Is there no end to them? What the seven hells is happening? Not now, damn it! I forgot Sid had got a little bit of action. And immediately gets fireballed. Nero, were they part of your grand plan too? Save your jape, Scarland. I didn't put up with your arrogant face to play with my worthless clones. Something controls them. A void scent. And no ordinary one at that. Doga! That's a problem. Got to do something. Confound it. Without them, there's no way to master the darkness. That power is mine! Oh. Hi, Trevor Gaming. Is that right? Is Trevor how you imagine that being pronounced? Nero! The Covenant shall be honored. I am the cloud of darkness. I shall devour your light and return this world to the void. That's one less problem, I suppose, but we've got a bigger problem. Damn it! The rift is gone! What are we supposed to do now? I'm not quite sure, sir. As much as it pains me to leave without them, there's precious little we can do. Let us return to the Find and consult Rambrose. Sounds good, sir. There's got to be some way to... I don't know. How? This is a little different to the other problems I've had to solve. I'm sure we'll think of something. If we could defeat the ultimate weapon and make our way all through Castrum, then this should be... No. This might be a bigger problem. Mr. Ambrose, sir? We have... there's been some complications. All this happened within the tower? God's preserve. The rift that manifested before the throne was a void gate. Of this I am certain. There exist myriad kinds of void scent. The more powerful the being, the larger the gate must be for it to pass through. It would seem that Xande sought to open a gate of unprecedented proportions, one that would allow this cloud of darkness entry into our world. Fortunately for all mankind, he did not succeed. I shudder to imagine what this void scent is capable of. Excuse me? However dreadful it may be, we can't abandon our friends. Is there no way to save them? I will not lie to you, Master Garland. The situation is bleak. No void scent can enter our world. Instances of men entering the void have never been documented. It pains me to give voice to my fears, but we do not even know whether our friends still live. Damn it! I feel so helpless. No, I refuse to give up. We must save Doga and Unei. We share the same eye, it is true. That is not what motivates me. Above all, I wish to help them fulfill their mission. A mission whose burden they have borne for thousands of years. And besides, cannot leave matters as they are. So long as Xande's dark covenant is binding, our world is in danger. It is our duty to prevent the worst from coming to pass. Gra, Ever since meeting Unei and Doga, you have not quite been yourself. Tell me true. Is all well with your eye? I honestly cannot say. I know only that there is a memory that I must recall. As a child, my father told me that the truth of our eye rests with Allagan. The answer eludes me still, but one day, I will find it. I am with Gra. However slim the odds, we must try to save Unei and Doga. Aye, and that bastard Nero as well, if only to make certain that he won't make any more mischief. You have the right of it. Though we have known them but briefly, Doga and Unei are our comrades. We cannot fail them. I shall consult experts in literature both. I swear to leave no stone unturned. Yet know that it may be a while before we are ready to act. I would ask that you all be patient. When dealing with the void, one cannot be cautious enough. My thanks again for your assistance. Pray rest now while you can. When the time comes to go after our friends, you must be at no less than full strength. We'll save them yet, Sorin. Mark my words. I believe it, Mr. Garland. Right, 740 tombstones. I think I will briefly leave to go shopping for... Go and upgrade my gear again, because I think I can get a couple more pieces of... level 150. So it's kind of necklace, bracelets, legs, and gloves are my lowest level stuff. Actually, no, because I did get the skillless gloves, didn't I? No, then I can focus on just grabbing the slops are the expensive ones, so to make sure. Okay, that's all I can afford. And while I'm here, put it back on. Wow. Okay. That can be considered the long period of waiting before Rambros and the rest apparently find something. Guess it's about time I return to the dig and find out if Mr. Ambrose and the rest have learned anything. Everything alright, Graha? Being born with one red eye, I did not have the most pleasant of childhoods. You know what they say, children can be cruel. The end result being that I grew up determined to uncover the truth of the trait. Much and more yet remains beyond my knowing, but one thing is certain. The nearer I draw to the heart of the Crystal Tower, the more I am convinced that an important memory eludes me. Well, I'm sure I'll find out that memory, Gra. Mr. Ambrose? Please tell me there's good news. Oh, Sorin. It is good you have come. I have news that you must be made aware of. Alas, none of it bodes well for us, nor for Unei, Doga, and Nero imprisoned in the Dark Realm. I think back upon our lost foray into Circus Tower, if you will. The calamity stirred the place from its long slumber and awoke Emperor Xande. But you, Sorin, you ensured he was laid to rest permanently. Yet the Emperor had sealed a binding covenant with the terrible void sent known as the Cloud of Darkness. Even as Doga and Unei laboured to annul this contract, the entity reached through a rift and dragged a pair of them, and Nero, out of our realm. Since that day, Noah has devoted itself to rescuing Unei, Doga, and Nero from beyond the rift. Our research, however, has exposed a far more dire problem. The Crystal Tower still acts upon Emperor Xande's orders, and collects energy to open another void gate even as we speak. Indeed, the place nigh hums with energy. We have done all we can to stop the Imperial Edict, but to no avail. Just as the gate would only open for Unei and Doga, so too will the tower heed only those of the royal blood of Allagan. 'Tis a most galling design. Granted, this was not always so vexatious, according to the Allagan tombstone Nero presented us. During the golden age of Allagan, the royalty had some means of bestowing their blood upon others. If they hadn't such technology, Ammon and his underlings could never have controlled the Crystal Tower. But we do not have either this art or any of royal blood. Every moment we wait, a vast rift through which the cloud of darkness can enter our realm threatens to open. Such a disaster cannot be allowed to come to pass. We must seal the Crystal Tower and annul Xande's covenant with the Dark Realm. If only breaking the latter would suffice. But then what of the energy building in the Crystal Tower? Without suppression, the power could discharge and cause calamity, like to the one that destroyed Allagan. That would be a problem. In truth, we have more than just 3 lost compatriots to worry about. If we do not act, our very world will fall before the might of this threat. We do have to do something. We know but one way out of this predicament. Rescue those who can control the tower from beyond the Dark Realm, and seal the rift shut after them. And mercifully, not all our news is quite so bleak. It is true we cannot stop the Void Gate from manifesting within the tower, but this can be to our benefit. What do you mean by that? How is opening a giant Void Gate in any way helpful? We can use Circus's power for our own purposes, and create a portal to carry us into the Dark Realm. Oh, that's a plan. But I thought we couldn't control any part of the tower. We have heard this is possible from a man of the Thaumaturge's Guild, well versed in otherworldly matters. And with Master Garland working to create the said portal, the final preparations are well underway. Ah, and here comes the man himself. Mr. Garland? Sorin, just the man we need. Yes, our fellowship is indeed complete, and all parties privy to our strategy. And you, Master Garland, how fare your endeavours? Quite well. The device is nearly ready, though attaching the damnable thing to Circus Tower took every ounce of ingenuity the Ironworks has got. But it should produce the energy we need. With just a little more fine-tuning, we can open a rift. I'm here to request your presence at the tower. I'll leave Biggs and Wedge at the 8 Sentinels as guides. And do hurry, Sorin. I'm sure you wouldn't miss another chance to save the world, would you? Well, I guess not, sir. Saving... I still don't know if I'd go as far as to say I saved the world, though. Just helped out a bit. Well, Sid certainly seems to have a firm hand on the helm. Shall we make our way to the Crystal Tower? Let's do that. This time, hopefully this time we really will put an end to this. One last trip in, hopefully. If there's something even more problematic than this cloud of darkness, though, I'm not quite sure of our chances. Sorin, I bet you're here to watch us pry open a rift between worlds, eh? We're almost ready. Circus Tower is full of engineers scurrying around and making adjustments, while dealing with a lot of power. If a single coupling's off, well, boom! But it should be fine, really. Anyway, you'd best wait at the top. The chief's there, overseeing the whole operation. The final stretch. And then I believe once Crystal Tower is done, Friday's stream will be actually back to the MSQ finally. Start moving towards Heavensward. My friends, you've arrived. I'm just waiting for my engineers to give the signal. Then we'll see if we can't open a gateway to another world. Is there something amiss, Graha? Ah, Emperor Xande's throne. How the mighty have fallen, eh? Once it stood as a symbol of Alex's art and power. Now it's nothing more than an empty chair. Just imagine if Allagan civilization had lived on, and a just emperor sat on that throne. How different would our history be? How much further would we have advanced? Unfortunately, there's no stopping Xande in his ambition. There were those who tried. Xande's war of dominion left no one unscathed. Unable to abide the horrors inflicted upon the people, warriors, young and brave, took up the sword against Allag. These men and women became as beacons of hope to those who had suffered, not unlike the warriors of light in our age. But all this merely hastened the destruction. Just as they moved towards Alag's heart for the kill, Xande lashed out in anger and frustration, as trapped beasts are wont to do. In his desperation, Xande desired that a great rift be opened to hasten the cloud of darkness's coming. To this end, he commanded the sun's power held within Dalamud be emptied into Circus Tower at once. The act bore terrible consequences. The tower only withstood the blast by flooding the land below with energy. Circus was swallowed by the very earth upon which it once stood. The fourth umbral calamity. I had learned of its cause from Unei and Doga. I had no idea that rebellion incited Xande to rashness, though. Your knowledge of Allagan history is astounding, Graha. Why, a man could study for 2 lifetimes and only learn half of what you know. Mayhap. 'Tis strange, though. I cannot seem to remember where I learned such things. Graha's so short. Yes. Ah, Biggs, are you ready? Ready and raring to open up that void gate, Chief. We reckon when this machine's up and running, she'll be able to float 5 airships the size of the Agrius. So just give us the word, and we'll start channeling energy into the tower. Good, now let's get started. Our preparations are complete. Everyone, step away from the throne. He is a little short, isn't he? When I consider Sorin's not particularly tall. Alright, let's see what this machine can do. Now, Biggs! Something... I'm hearing something. Is this good or bad? I take it this is a good thing. Right? Oh, sure as I can. Oh, a rift to the world of darkness, as Unei called it. Splendid work, Master Garland. We can't break out the meat just yet. The tough part's still ahead. We've broken into the Dark Realm, but the gate's not all that stable. It won't stay open forever, and only a few can use it. I, for one, will remain here to ensure the Void Gate stays open. As will the Sons of St. Koinak. The rift is our sole path to salvation. If it closes, we are all truly lost. Which leaves Sorin. My friend, 'tis a heavy burden I must task you with, but there are none more able. Pray lead the adventurers beyond the rift. I do not know what awaits you, save the cloud of darkness and our free comrades. But you must go, for the fate of our world now rests upon your shoulders. I'll do my best, sir. This is our only gambit, but I have every faith you'll succeed. It will be no small feat to return after you have passed beyond the rift. Make certain you are prepared before leaving. I will do that, sir. I'll see you later. I'll see you later as well, Mr. Garland. Might I have a moment of your time, Sorin? There's a matter of import we need to discuss ere you leave. I guess things are a little time sensitive, but maybe Graham knows something. He does seem to be quite familiar with everything Allagan, after all. We have to come all the way down here to talk about it, though. Just gonna say that's a long climb for something. Sorin, I wish to speak to you about my eye. As you are no doubt aware, it is a trait seen only amongst Allagan royalty. Long have I pondered why such is my inheritance. The sanguine hue must have some bearing upon my destiny. This much Doga himself admitted. What? In truth, the more I learn of the Crystal Tower, the less I am myself. Somehow, meeting those two clones has wrought a great change in me. I am consumed with remembering something. Something ancient, but ever so important. And my father's words echo in my mind, the selfsame ones his father told him. The truth of our eye rests with Allagan. Mayhap what I wish to remember in these words are related, mayhap not. But I know I must learn the truth that history hides from me. I would see this journey, our journey, through to the very end, with my own two eyes. So I implore you, allow me to join you beyond the rift. I'm not someone to say no, Gra. Just know it will be dangerous. You have my thanks, my friend. Now, let us venture into the world of darkness, to save our comrades and our realm. World of darkness. Do all the alliance rates are okay? All the alliance rates are 100 gemstones. Okay. Nope. Goodbye, Akila. So that's saying less than 5 minutes again, but how soon will that actually take? You just wondered. Okay, no, that's just. I wondered if you could just go in to wander around the tower. Wait, have we been City of Mag as in Mordona? Okay. Out the crystal gate. Actually, oh no, you need a certain rank, don't you, to do the elite deliveries for your grand company, don't you? It's the... It's like sergeant that you need to get to, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Is everyone going to queue for... Nope, never mind. Oh, excuse me. I'm just wondering, is that... This big sphere here, this fall, is that supposed to be like the... like main... like the bulk of Dalamud? Or is it just a random big sphere? Okay. Into the world of darkness. Not quite sure what I expected from somewhere called the Void, but I don't know, it seems surprisingly structured. It's definitely not Allagan, though. I do still have else. So. Okay. Two of one, Dragon Voice, just stay close. Ram's Voice run away. Oh, our tank is hurting. Oh, I am hurting. Okay. Doesn't look like anyone died. That's okay. Next is I'm reminding you. Oh, what's that? I've fought floating eyes before, right? In this case, I should probably place a center. Try remember. Remember dark side. I want dark side this time, so just need to remember to be under a light side next time. Oh, there's level 104. Leave. Again, another mechanic that I've never quite seen, like, what happens if you fail it. I don't know what the final hourglasses do. These, just make sure I'm not looking at them. Hey, oh, our tank got boom, and it's cured. That's good. Oh, on my fellow white mage friend. Up we go. Operation. I don't want me to visit to add lithium. Did I dodge time? Nope, I did not. I should have guessed that the void sent in the void itself would probably be a little more troublesome than the others I fought. I forgot to tell Eos to follow me. I'm not going to say slipcraft. Oh, yeah, that. Oh. Sorin just kind of accepted it. What? Let's fight another hunting thing. Here, okay. I probably should have been checking that in mid-battle, but... Wasn't she... Didn't we already defeat her back in the tower itself? Oh, gates. Xande as well. Another thing. I guess if you can create clones, why stop at one? And if the clone can make contracts, all the more reason, I guess. As long as the Cloud of Darkness has clones of Xande, we can never really annul the contract, can we? Which means I guess the only way to solve this is deal if the ice didn't summon Eos back. It's to deal with the source of the problem itself. Ow. Fire. It's honest. I mean, in the end, they got all the 8 for Sand, so Storm was kind of like, it's annoying, but kind of mission accomplished kind of attitude to it. Ooh. But that was, I did meant to hit bio, not through them. There's probably not much point in removing that, but that's if you're very weak to me, mate. You need health. Nope, that didn't want to S in that one. That's straight. Dragon in Hell, run away from that person. No, everyone's fine. Lives. Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure if jerk is a term I'd use to describe Seri sometimes. Human gloves of healing, they're better than my current gloves. So, how did we get past this one? We fought these in the Labyrinth of the Ancients, didn't we? Have to always be paying attention here to run away from that guy. I only just now realised that's the same model as the second boss in Circus Tower. Oh, what? Oh, the boss died. Yeah, I was about to say. That's what I mean. I don't know if it's jerk is the first word that comes to mind. It's something more along the lines of... I don't actually know if I have a word for it. Unhinged, perhaps. No, she's not mad. Just... Have a barrier. Crap. And let's break its chains. I am in Alliance A, which means I'm just on ads, right? That's normally how the logic of this battle goes. We just need to kill Wolfsbane. Ow. You're injured, mate. Let's give you some healing. Use some healing, my friend. Make it services with me. That's what I do. Which means we can just DPS for a bit, right? Sparks. Oh, you're miles right now. Okay, I've got the gloves. Add a little bit of health. Back to healing of service. Breaking his chains. I don't think. Okay. Got through that bit. guess I should probably maybe put on those gloves now. A little bit better than my last ones. Oh yeah. I suppose I'm part of me still remembering kind of early Seri. Who disturbs the gloom? Ah, mortals from the realm of light. Something. I am the cloud of darkness. What I do not smother, I devour. What I cannot devour, I destroy. The covenant is everlasting. All mortals before the flood of darkness will sink lifeless into the void. Okay. There we go. I don't like it when you have vulnerability stats. Make my jump harder. I suppose one vulnerability stack isn't too bad. Could always be 17. Okay. No more clouds to deal with. A little bit of health. There's all the perks going off. Let the sun shine in. So we won? So when you kill a void send in the real world though, doesn't it return here? So does killing it here means it's actually dead? Or do void send have like another void they go to? So striking, don't need that. I think I can pass on all of this. The only thing I think is interesting is the Cover of Darkness, which is mine. Another minion for me. Accommodation. I guess you get it by process of elimination. I guess I should... We need to find Unei and Doga still. Defeating the cloud doesn't mean they're safe. You see anything, Gra? Where in the Seven Hills are they? Without them to stem the energy in the tower, our defeat of the cloud aids our cause little. Doga! Unei! Can you hear me? Nero! Must you be so infernally loud? Are you so keen to attract more void scent? Is Nero? You're looking a little, purple. No, I don't blame you for missing my company. Back to 12. Are you alright? Unei's not looking so good. As all writers can be expected, Unei has simply passed out. Nero, by the gods, what's happened to you? Alas, his wounds were too deep and allowed this foul place entry to his body. Now the darkness claws at the aether of his very form. Would that we could have protected him. The cloud of darkness was bound by Xande's unholy covenant to bring prosperity to Allagan royalty. The same blood that sealed this contract gives us a measure of protection. I say a measure, for this vow does not protect us from other void sent. The cloud imprisoned us here precisely to unleash fiends upon us. We would be dead had Nero not defended us so valiantly. Mistake not my actions for kindness. I have use for you yet in Eorzea, and simply couldn't let harm befall you here. Where? Unei, you're safe. Our friends have come for us. Have they? Then perhaps, Doga, there's yet hope we may fulfill our purpose. Okay, I guess it was... neither... We can't really kill Void Scent, can we? Mortals, you have dared to challenge me, and now must feel my wrath. Did you think to destroy me in my realm? Here I am eternal. I will smother your light and entomb your bones amongst my shadows. This seems problematic. The others have already returned to Eorzea. Are we truly so powerless here? As long as we fight the cloud in this realm, I fear so. And yet, though we may not be able to destroy it, this may be our chance to stop it. If we strike now whilst the cloud can barely hold her form, mayhap we can sever Xande's covenant. Yes, and raise the bridge between the Crystal Tower and this foul place once and for all. Sorin, Graha, you must flee. You and Doga mean to stay here? This is madness! You must return with us! No one but you can save the world from the threat of the Crystal Tower. OT. Hello, Jude. OT. Oh. I am not familiar with the term OTK, I believe. What is this trickery? Your blood! You too gain protection from Xande's blood! Gratia, you are possessed of royal blood. That is why the royal eye runs in your line. It is a gift you have inherited, Graha. You have been granted authority over the Crystal Tower. I had thought time would consume all of Allagan that was, that a man should still live with his forebears' blood in this age can be no coincidence. Some person must have planted this gift in your line, and used the highest of Allagan technology to do so. True, the Crystal Tower is not like to recognize you as Allagan, not as you are now. But your royal eye bespeaks a simple truth. Within you dwells one feeble glitter that will illuminate all, the light of hope. But how should I use this light? Pray, tell me. One turn to... Oh. You must gain control of the Crystal Tower. We will share our blood with you, Graha. Though its effects will be but ephemeral, it will bolster the Allagan presence within you. This is our gift to you. that you may fulfill your destiny. All of the royal eye are bound by fate to Allag. Our part in this journey is to bury Xande's dark ambitions in the past. This was the true Unei and Doga's purpose, one we have carried into the future. Know that as long as this light of hope survives in you, our souls will still remain, even if our bodies are lost. Are you okay there, Graha? Is it... well, the whole point of this playthrough I'm doing is I'm trying to do it in character as best I can. It is easier to do trying to... I know I'm by no stretch at all an actual voice actor, but I try. Graha, your other eye. You must leave us as well, Nero. I am sorry we could not live up to your expectations. I must return to you what is yours, though. You dropped it whilst defending us. What you seek by this instrument may not be possible, Nero, but do not give up. There are many other paths that await you. Of course they do. Doga, Unei, thank you. We shall never forget you. Now, Sorin, Nero, let us quit this place. Don't need to tell me twice. You shall not escape me, impudent children of light. No, you shall not escape us. Here, Xande's bloodstained dreams of glory end. There! The glint of light! It's a little bit more than a glint. Oh, that is... closing. It grows faint! Then the bridge between realms grows fragile by the Covenant's annulment. If that light dies, we are stranded here. Hurry! Nero, no! You must move! Leave me! I don't need you. If I die here, it'll be because I bloody well decided to. I failed to master darkness. I'll not suffer watching a green boy master the tower. Oh, well, thanks a lot, Drew. I do appreciate it, and I definitely would. I can definitely recommend Final Fantasy XIV as one that's worth playing. I've played it for about a year now, and I still, on my main profile, have yet to finish it because I've just spent that much time enjoying the game. Do what you will with it, but remember me, son of Allag. I am Nero Tolskeva, the man who will yet outdo Allag and Garland. That was what you hoped to... May the Crystal Tower again be a beacon of hope for mankind. Go, damn you! Must move onwards. This is not where I come to rest. But how did... So those damn clones did it after all. Now, onwards. You owe me, Nero. The hells I do! Well, Final Fantasy XIV is the MMO Final Fantasy. I know there's the other Final Fantasy XI, which I haven't any experience with. Though from what I hear, it was quite popular at the time. And according to Steam reviews, it's quite popular still now. But I think most of Final Fantasy XIV you can get away with without having to do too much of the actual massively multiplayer stuff. But if you... My first streams of this are still up, so if you ever want, you can go and look at them and that'll kind of show you a bit of what the early game is. And the playthroughs I'm doing at the minute, like I said, they're kind of in-character playthroughs, so it's very only focusing on kind of story elements. I'm not doing a lot of raiding or multiplayer stuff. So it'll just get you a bit of a look at the world and the story. Over. You returned unharmed, thank the gods. When that void gate started to close, I had never felt so powerless in all my life. We were running around like madmen, trying to keep the gate open, and then the chief actually went and dived in. But if you're all... Where are Unei and Doga? They're not... They didn't make it, unfortunately. They had to stay behind to annul the contract. I see. I will miss the two of them dearly. But I am happy they fulfilled their purpose. We who live on must still attend to the Crystal Tower, though we now have no one able to seal it. That is not true, my friend. Unei and Doga have entrusted me with their blood. I can now control the Crystal Tower. Oh. The Final Fantasy VII Remake is actually on kind of my list of games that I want to stream eventually, once I've got a bit of a... once I've got a kind of a slot for it. Oh, but yeah, do you, I'm not sure if it's like, maybe just the shape of it, but I know I found like Final Fantasy XIV is really nice for your HUD customization, like being able to move all the different elements of things around. Because, yeah, I can agree the default UI for me, I couldn't really stand it. Graha, yes, I could see it in your eyes. Good, then let us put an end to this, and seal away the tower. I guess all's well that ends well? I understand your instinct, Ambrose, but please, give us a moment to rest. I am weary to the bone, and Nero and Sorin have both emerged from a long battle. Of course, you have the right of it. Come, we shall leave this place for spell, and repair to St. Coinac's find. You know what? I'm curious about Kingdom Hearts, because I've never actually played it, but it's one of those games I've been subconsciously avoiding learning too much about it, in case I ever do decide to play it. So I might have to consider that then, at some point. No one but you could have succeeded in the world of darkness, Sorin. I'm sure there were others, but... Thanks, Gra. Would that I could have been of more use beyond the rift. As it stands, I was but a vessel for Doga and Unei's blood. Don't put yourself down like that, man. You're... Have I remembered what I wished to? Yes, something has come back to me. Gaining royal blood and witnessing true bravery has reminded me of my forebear's dearest wish. But we need not speak of these things now. It is not my place to keep you. Pray go on ahead of me. There is something small I would do before I return. Okay then. I could not have asked for a better comrade. If only I could have been a part of your adventures for longer, Sorin. Alas, fate dictates I have a different role to play. A wish hidden for millennia, and brought to light by the good people of Noah. Okay, well, I'll see you around, Shirley. Hope you have a good day. Now, finally, it is my time to see it realized. Guess we return to the find. It's always relaxing to see the stars out. The night sky in the void was disconcerting. Never a job well done, I guess. Would have been nice if we could have gotten Unei and Doga back, but I think they were right. That was the best chance we had. I cannot express how glad I am you returned safely, Sorin, and with the means to dispel the threat of the Crystal Tower for good. Rest if you will, but then let us free ourselves from the spectre of the Allagans. I'm ready to finish this up whenever you are, Mr. Ambrose. I trust you have rested, my friend. Good. I wish to seal the tower now, but there is something we must do first. Now let me summon the others, and hear in full what happened beyond the rift. We probably should explain a bit about what actually went on, shouldn't we? I think that's all of it. So the Allagan eye that runs in Gra's line does mean that royal blood flows in his veins. I suppose it is not so odd to think his forebears gained it via ancient technology. But who imbued his family with the blood? And for what purpose? Mayhap all this was fate, from discovering the tower to Gra gaining Unei and Doga's blood. Has Gra said anything? For that matter, where is Gra? And what of Nero? I'm not sure about our resident historian, but Nero left the tower with me. Where he's vanished to since, I cannot say. But knowing him as I do, I don't believe he'll scheme against us for the time being. Though he is still Nero. Gra said he remembered something, and... Sorin, you say Gra stayed behind at the Crystal Tower? I wonder if he even now prepares to seal the place off. Master Ambrose! Master Ambrose! 'Tis Gra, sir. He came into the Crystal Tower and began ordering researchers out. What? Why would he do such a thing? I do not know, sir, but he was quite insistent. He all but bodily forced me out of the gates. I suppose it's possible he told one of the others, but I wasted no time in finding out. I thought it best to hasten here and ask your guidance. Very well, let us go and speak with these researchers and get to the bottom of this queer business. Master Garland, Sorin, please come with me. No doubt Gra means to seal off the Crystal Tower, but it worries me that he did not breathe a word of his plan to us. That is a little concerning. Once more to the tower, I guess. Just a little bit of it. Just a little bit. What are you up to, Graha? Excuse me, sir. Can I just ask about what happened? What in the world was Graha thinking, demanding we leave the tower? No doubt you want to know why. I wish I knew that myself. Of course, he would tell me nothing. But he'll be honest with you, sir. I'm certain of it. Go no further, my friends. The doors will close ere long. Graha. So you are of mind to seal the tower, Graha. I know time is of the essence, but all I ask is a hint of your plan. Please, come here so we can discuss this. No, my apologies, but I cannot. Come, man, what is this nonsense? If aught is amiss, surely we can help. Not this time, my friend. Just as Unei and Doga fulfilled their destiny, so too must I fulfill mine. My blood has awakened me to this fact. As my father told me, the truth has always lain with Allag. Moreover, 'twas there the wish I must grant was born. You see, not all the world perished in Xande's calamity. Survivors stood amidst the ruins of Allag, looking to the Crystal Tower, but it was nowhere to be seen. Yet they hoped its spires would again dominate the land, and prayed that the Crystal Tower would be a beacon of hope to people everywhere. Word of this soon reached the only member of Allag's royalty to outlive the Empire, the Princess Selena. Selena was moved by the people's dearest wish. She used the very best of Allag's technology to give her blood and memories to he whom she trusted most. That man was my forebearer. For millennia we waited. Allag's art and ingenuity faded, our royal blood grew thin. But before the last drop could vanish from the realm, the memory of all this returned to me. And now, I must fulfill the wish of the ancients. The tower will shine forth as a new beacon of hope. Graha, the Crystal Tower's strength poses too great a threat to Eorzea now. We would need technology as advanced as Allag's to use it currently. As things stand, we barely understand the tower's workings. Else, we may never fully comprehend them. 'Tis as you say, Cid. We could wait for someone, someday, to reach the same heights as Allag. But by then we'll have lost the royal blood and the means to control the tower. But what if I do as Ammon did, and put the tower into a deep sleep? What? You cannot mean that! I am deadly serious, Cid. The tower may only be used once men rival Allagans in knowledge. I will slumber within Circus Tower until then, to greet those with the means to open the gates. Then, I will guide them, and thus will the tower shine forth as the beacon of hope it was meant to be. 'Tis the only way to make the wishes of the ancients come true. That... The future is where my destiny awaits, but yours lie outside of these doors. Go! Create a future where hope reigns and the tragedies of the past are but memories. No one but you can accomplish such things. Nothing we can say will make you change your mind, will it? Onwards to a brighter future. It won't be easy, of course, but that's exactly why we'll do it. We'll catch up with Allag. Just you wait. We'll cover all that lost ground before you even know it. Well said, Wedge. It'll only be a few years before we come knocking Graha, and then you're in for a rude awakening. You shall be witness to Noah's accomplishments. Pray keep alive our successes and forgive us our failures. And may we meet again, my friend. The 12 keep you until then, Rambos. I look forward to learning of your exploits. And you, Sorin. I know history will remember you. No doubt your heroism will be the star by which I chart my course when I awake. Again, I might be going a little far to Graha, but... Thanks. Well, now I must rest. Recalling so much has put me in the mood for sleep. Farewell, my friends. I eagerly await a future born of your courage and the ancient's wish. There's no going back from that, is there? I think we can trust Graha with the tower. What next for us? I'm just noticing the music in the background is very, like, that's in the Shadowbringers theme. Right? Okay, no, that part isn't. Where is it? The Crystal Tower slumbers again, then. It's too quiet for my taste. Goodbye, Sid. I must put all this on my back. Possibility beckons, and I am bound to follow. A new dawn has come for me. Bye, Nero. I don't think I'll see you again till Stormblood. And we go. Back to the find. Looks like even the stars are... Even the stars are hiding now. Hopefully we'll find a way to get the tower open again in our lifetimes. You've just missed Sid, Sorin. There's much that needs his attention if he has to fulfill Graha's wishes, it seems. But this is not the end of Noah, no matter how lonely St. Coinach's find has become for our friend's departure. We must all walk in different directions now. Remember that we labour for a brighter future, lit by Graha's beacon. Sealing the Crystal Tower is but the first step. Farewell, my friend. May our paths cross again. You look after yourself, Mr. Ambrose. I'm sure it won't be too long before opening up the tower again. Out of the dark. So, does Sorin actually have a title that I want to give him at this stage? I don't. I don't think any of those quite suit Sorin just yet. But that was the Crystal Tower. So, yeah, that's, I believe, all the content I planned on doing before returning to the MSQ. So, I think, like, that's it for now. Like, for, well, I mean, that's it for this stream. But I will be returning with Sorin later on tonight for doing some Palace of the Dead and just collab work with Seri. And following that up, on Friday, I will be getting back to the main story quest line. And I don't think anything else comes up between now and then. I'll have to find some way to get some place to do the other hard trials, because I know they're necessary. But I then believe we're free to just main story quest all the way to Heavensward. And then I've got a little thing planned for what will happen once we get into Heavensward for Sorin. But once all that's finished up, it will be... yeah, well, I'll talk more about that when we get there. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, for commenting and subscribing, and I just hope you enjoyed watching. So, yep, I've got the Borderlands stream in about an hour, so maybe I'll see some of you there, maybe I won't. But regardless, I hope you all enjoy your days, and I will see you